There you go.
Who?
All right.
Me?
All right. We're
You?
working on it. We're working on it. Yeah. Rob Squared.
Rob Square.
Coming at you again here. Had a long night. Good night.
Sure.
One more. It's a good one.
We'll do one more.
Yeah. He gonna do one more.
Frank the Tank.
He gonna do one more.
It just tastes
Football,
so good.
baby. Let's go. We're still in March, but we're getting close to April. And, the football stuff's more so going to be coming in May, June, July, August. But
We're dealing with the tail end of the March Madness free agency.
yeah,
Yes. So
it's getting done. It's there's a couple more things to drop, but for the most part, we know where everyone's going.
Rob Square, we've already accomplished our first draft. Actually, we have one pick.
He did.
Well, I'm
He
relying on
consulted a
your
little bit. Yeah,
consult.
yeah.
So
Yeah, he already did a draft, folks. So,
we're one. Well, I think we need to get a pulse for what's going on here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, and the only other, stuff to drop is going to be NFL draft stuff, which isn't going to happen to the 23rd of April to the 26th of April, or whatever.
Definitely rely on you for that.
Which-
we watched some videos, but
Which is going to change some things, but as of now, we're talking about big boys, guys in the league. There's a couple small things still to come, but
Sure.
nothing major. So this is the biggest winners of free agency. So individuals,
Players.
fantasy-wise. This isn't teams.
Yeah,
it
fantasy.
could come into teams, but it's mostly fantasy-wise. So we're going to start with quarterbacks here real quick. So there's not many.
how many you have?
I have two.
Do you?
I think we
Okay.
both have two total. It's Derek Carr for one, and Tua number two.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Derek Carr first.
Okay.
Getting Devontae Adams. You're getting the best receiver in the league,
Yeah.
arguably. Neither of us are big Devontae Adams fans in terms of. We both think he's top 5 in the league.
I think we both agree, and correct me if I'm speaking for you, but like he was a significant product of Aaron Rodgers.
More so than the other way around.
Yeah.
So, but you bring that to an offense that already has Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Already has Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
Already has Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr. And the thing is, they have almost, like I brought this up before, a Frank and Charlie It's Always Sunny connection. 'Cause they went to Fresno State together.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
the gruesome twosome.
Yeah, right. So there's a lot of they have a lot of good memories, and
God.
and also apparently it was Adam's dream to play for the fucking goddamn Raiders. Like,
Yeah, when they're in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
and now they're,
he's acting like it's like playing for the Lakers or the Celtics or like like the Yankees. Like, the Raiders are not exactly a storied franchise, dude. Like,
Well, here's the thing: is you create.
they're in fucking Vegas.
You create the story now.
Yeah.
You create the story.
Hey, putting some pressure on himself, but big contract.
He's getting paid already. It doesn't matter.
But either way, this just really helps Derek Carr because, somehow he's never really put it all together in an individual fantasy year. He's had some nice finishes, like 3 years in a row, 4,000 yards. Last year, I think he had 4,800 yards, and there's only 23 touchdowns.
He's good.
But he's accurate. He's improved his deep ball. He's a little bit mobile. He's already got Darren Waller, top 3 tight end. He's already got Hunter Renfrow, who's just a fucking
Top 10
monster in the
receiver,
middle.
apparently.
And now you're adding Devontae Adams. So,
They lost Ruggs though.
well, I think everyone lost Ruggs. I lost Ruggs more than anyone.
Yeah.
God damn it.
No, I like. So where do you
I believe he
Top
is.
10? top 12?
I think he's draftable as 11, 12, 13.
So top 12.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
a 12-team league, which is mostly what we play, I wouldn't be horrified if he was if you get him in the 13th round. I'm fine with rolling with him.
Okay.
Because, and for me, this is more of a best ball thing, right? If you wait and you want to just load up on your running backs and receivers and maybe take a tight end like a Darren Waller,
Sure.
roll with fucking Derek
This
Carr
is
number one
redraft.
because
Like redraft, right? You're saying?
Well,
like
best
not best ball.
either way, best ball especially though because he doesn't get hurt. He's super durable.
Yep.
So
See, I like him more in redrafts.
okay.
I think. I mean, you know me, and I know you because you like to have someone like a Mahomes. You like to have an elite.
Well, I
quarterback.
have. It hasn't really worked out so much recently, but
I agree with you because it hasn't for me either. But like, I think that Carr will be one of the guys you should have started if you didn't draft him and start up. Like, here,
could you see him being a top 8 quarterback this year? Because I could.
top 8? Yeah.
I could see him throwing for once like 34 touchdowns, like a Kirk Cousins year.
Oh, for sure,
Right?
for sure.
And with a little bit more pizzazz because he has the weapons And they did make the playoffs last year, believe it or
We
not.
got McDaniels too.
Tough ass division, but the thing is, the division's defense. It's not like the division's tough more because the offenses, not so much the defenses.
Yeah, you need to outscore people, and you
Yes.
need a good pass rush. Like you're hoping to go. If you go above 500 in the division,
Right.
somehow
4-2 is great. 3-3
that's
is
what I'm
fine.
saying. Like, if you go 3-3, you're happy. Like they're keyed up to beat the rest of the league. Like there's no one that if they get a lead, there's no one that's going to be able to keep up with them.
And we've both been fans of Derek Carr in general. I mean, he gets shit on, and I know but the thing is, the guy is a gamer. He's been on record for multiple years saying he wants to die a Raider and only be a Raider, which I like, and I feel like that his teammates love him.
Yeah.
Mark Davis loves him, but I don't know what that means. Like,
That's not good.
no, actually not. All right. Just strike that from the record.
Carr or Stafford, fancy.
I still take Stafford, but
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carr or
Dak.
You think that's? You think
Well, I don't
Dak?
know. I'm just trying to say Dak and Stafford for me are 1A and 1B in terms of.
So
like
where's Stafford for you in terms of
7?
okay, all right,
8.
so significantly higher than that would.
Yeah. I don't know what he did last year, and he's
all right, so Dak or excuse me, not Dak. Carr or I'm trying to think of a good comp.
Cousins. Bro, I'm just
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Cousins.
Carr. Carr.
Rogers. Carr Rogers. Mare. That's it, right? Carr,
Yeah,
Rodgers.
that's a good one. I mean, that's crazy. If they don't really add anything, then I'd probably take Carr. I mean, they have to add something, right? I mean,
Well, let's say so. If we're gonna give advice to maybe draft Carr, who are you gonna draft him over? We can't just say Carr is something to look at, right?
what I like about Carr is he has a rock solid basement, and with this Adams thing, the ceiling is we don't even know what it is. It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's top 6 good,
Yeah.
where he could throw 4,900 yards and 37 touchdowns with a little bit of rushing.
Yeah, I don't think 5,000 and 35 or 40 touchdowns is out of the question with him.
All right, next one.
Well,
Tua.
let me do. Okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah. Sorry, we kind of combined this list. Tua, who we both do not like Tua as a player, right? Like,
I think I'm gonna surprise you with my opinion on Tua
Yeah?
this year. Yeah.
well, I mean, is he playing lacrosse or is he playing football? Because lacrosse, we both agree, Tua, great player.
All right. Let me.
Go on.
Here's my outrageous take.
Yeah, sure.
Tua dark horse MVP.
Wow.
Here-
Well, Alabama.
Well, no, okay. So here's the reason why. Obviously, I like Waddle. Yeah, obviously, I like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Gesicki?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not. I'm not gonna say that Gesicki's gonna be the reason he's gonna be MVP. I think it's Tyreek Hill, and here's why: is I remember when was it Alex
Alex Smith?
Alex Smith
Chiefs.
only year he threw for over 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns was with Tyreek Hill, and so he left after that.
He had a couple good years there.
I mean, so Miami Dolphins are doing everything around Tua. They're giving every opportunity to succeed.
Right? Yep.
So, if I were to take a deep shot on a dark horse MVP, it's going to be Tua because a lot of people are like, well, Tua can't throw deep. But to me, getting Waddle and
Solidifying the O-line too helps.
exactly. So, I don't.
I kind of like it.
I think they're embracing Tua's weaknesses almost. Like it's
right.
get the ball to someone that can make a play, and then figure the rest out later.
If he can't do it now, though, he ain't gonna be able to do it.
I think
Right.
Tua's secure. He has. I think his job
Yeah,
is
he's got
secure
job
for
security.
2 or 3 years.
Get rid of
now.
Brissett. Like they don't really have.
Now that they have Tyreek, his job is secure for 2 or 3 years. I think.
Okay.
So but I think
He's another one of those guys though going outside the top 12 that in best balls, like, that'd be a great pairing, right? Like Derek Carr and Tua. Wait on
the
quarterback.
reason I brought up Alex Smith is because Alex Smith was never known for a deep ball. He's known for accurate short
right.
passes.
When a guy's wide open.
Yeah, but
And they're not
Who's more
and
likely-
teams aren't fucking honoring it, right? Like
but who's more likely to get wide open? Tyreek Hill and
Jalen Waddle, bro.
because no one can guard him.
No, they both run 4.3s.
So I'm saying, like, how accurate? Like, the Chiefs showed that they could be successful with someone like Alex Smith, like throwing not more than 10 yards down the field with Tyreek. I mean,
Right.
Tua
is probably more talented than Alex Smith. You know, Alex Smith was a higher draft pick.
I'm not willing to say that yet. I'm
Right.
happy to say that if this prediction hits. Like,
By the way, this lighting, what do y'all think?
Yeah.
I feel like we're on a Hollywood set here.
Yeah.
Brad set it up for us, and he's,
So for you, odds to MVP odds. What percentage? Give me a percentage.
low, but whatever it is probably worth a shot.
Well, give me your percentage. I'll give you my.
It's probably 60-1, dude.
6. I'm not worried about the odds. I'm saying, but like you're.
Legit, the chance that he could do it?
Yeah.
1%.
1%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying he's
You saying 5?
15.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm.
Woo! You gonna put some money on that?
Well, no, because if he doesn't win, I lose. Like the only way I win is if he wins.
Well, right.
So no.
What if it's a 65?
If you give me if you give me the 8-1 odds, I'll do it for $5.
I'm saying it might be 65-1 odds, dude.
All right, I'll do that then.
I'm not giving you odds. Look on the.
I'll do 50. I'll do 51.
No, I'm not betting against him because I like his weapons.
No, that's what I'm saying. So we're talking about quarterbacks that benefit the most. I think Tua.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Tua was on.
Can he play? Is the question.
To me, Tua was on the verge of getting dropped, and now he's on the verge of an MVP. Like he might, if the Dolphins if they win 10 games and he throws 30 touchdowns, he might be MVP.
All right, let's move on to tight end here.
Yeah.
Couple names.
Tight end.
Yeah, tight end.
Okay.
We're tight end. We're gonna get to the running backs.
All right. Yeah.
First name, we both agree, 100%. David Njoku. 100%. This is also with the caveat that Deshaun Watson doesn't get suspended for the whole year and can play, but the moves suggest that they have a better quarterback. They released Austin Hooper.
Mm-hmm.
They have Harrison Bryant, I believe, but they don't like him. They franchise tag David Njoku.
Yeah.
So they're paying him the upper 10% of tight end contracts.
Yeah.
And we always love David Njoku. The guy can ball. Mix him with, they have
obviously Amari Cooper. So he had
a
bad year last year because of the neck stuff.
Yeah, but when at the end of the year when he was playing, he was startable.
Oh, I agree.
And,
100%. I like it. I love
Landry is up in the air right now.
Keep talking.
So if Landry comes back, that is an issue because Landry's going to suck up those middle targets. But Landry's asking for $20 million a year. So I'm sorry, there ain't no way they're paying Jarvis Landry. So unless they're getting Landry on the cheap, which doesn't actually kill Njoku's value, but I feel like David Njoku is a dark horse, top fucking 6 tight end, and he's getting drafted as the top 16th tight end.
I have a question.
We know he can play. Go on.
What do you think if Jarvis? All right, so no Jarvis Landry versus Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
What are your stats? How much is, to phrase it another way, how much does Jarvis Landry affect?
It just
David
affects
Njoku?
his catches.
Okay,
I
so
feel
give me a
range.
not holding you to it, but give me a range.
I
what do you
feel
think?
he could catch 68 balls without Jarvis Landry.
Okay.
With Jarvis Landry, maybe it's 51.
Okay. So
which is still solid.
25% less.
Yeah. It's still, he's 60 catches, 900 yards, and 6 touchdowns, which is a top 8 tight end.
Sure.
So, and with some explosiveness with Deshaun Watson. And, it's kind of a prove-it year for him, especially when he's getting franchise tagged. David Njoku's only about 25 years old. So, he has a big year. Guess what?
Yeah.
Money coming to him. He has all the reasons to succeed, to want to succeed. The Browns are a win now mode.
They set him up to succeed.
No more hoop,
franchise
man.
you. Prove it that you deserve this money.
Mm-hmm.
Prove it.
And I know you want to talk about Hayden Hurst.
Oh, it's on your list.
Well, I just kind of did our combined list.
No.
Hayden Hurst.
I'll keep saying that because we
keep
have
on
to say
doing
it. So Hayden Hurst, it's with Cincinnati.
The guy I liked for a while, a couple years ago before the Pitt thing.
Baltimore.
Yeah, he was a first-round pick.
Yeah, it's.
Unfortunately, they took Mark Andrews as well, and he developed into a better player.
Well, Hayden Hurst, I know he's had injury stuff.
That's no slight against Hayden Hurst, though, because Mark Andrews is a baller. So, I mean.
I just love the fact that he's going to literally the team that was in the Super Bowl last year that released their starting tight end.
Mm-hmm. He's 6'5", 240.
I mean, with the Bengals, obviously it's Jamar Chase Higgins, and then Boyd kind of got phased out.
No one's going to guard the guy.
Well, Boyd's still there.
Yeah, who's going to guard him?
I just. What do you. Let me ask you this. Because I'm not convinced that the Bengals are going to be good this year.
A little bit of a hangover.
I think so.
I think their offense will be good.
I think the over.
Right? Yeah, I don't know how the fuck any of that happened, to be honest. Because, we both loved the Bengals last year. We were talking about Joe Mixon.
Joey B.
Like,
remember, Joe? We had a Joey P. episode.
You were about Joey B. I was about Joe Mixon.
That's
like,
right. Yeah.
We knew their offense would be good. We didn't know. We said like top 5 upside, but there was no conversation we had of them making the playoffs for one, and no conversation we had about them making the Super Bowl.
No.
So
I did make money on them making the Super Bowl. I lost money on them losing the Super Bowl, but
in the playoffs. But
yeah,
we had no conversations based on making
100%.
the playoffs, dude. Because we were more about the Browns.
And I was looking for value. I wasn't looking for. I didn't legit in my heart believe that they were going to make the Super Bowl. It was value. I just felt like the other teams weren't as good as advertised.
But Joe Burrow's legit, and those
do you
receivers
think
are legit.
Like, do you think they make the playoffs again?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think they make the playoffs.
Okay, well
that's my gut feeling. I don't think they make the playoffs.
Bold move there, Cotton.
I know. Especially because I have
Hayden Harris.
I have Hayden Harris as my title.
Well, no, but that actually doesn't hurt his value, because like if they're losing.
Well, I think Jamar Chase takes a step back. I think Higgins will be all right.
You think Jamar Chase jumps back in the pool and becomes a Dolphin?
maybe because there's not like now he's one of the upper echelon guys, so maybe he feels comfortable. But either way, I like Hayden Hurst just because I think Burrow's still going to be under duress.
He can play. Professional tight end. He's 26 years old. Whatever he is, he's young. I mean,
regardless of everyone talking about receivers and drafting receivers, I still think tight end. If you have a good tight end, you're almost locked in for the playoffs. I think if you have an essential tight end,
right? Especially when you're not.
I think tight end might be the most essential position in the NFL outside of quarterback.
Yeah, if you can get your Dalton Schultz from last year, you're in the.
That's what, if you have a reliable tight end that can catch passes and block well, I think that's essential.
And you ready for this one?
What position?
Tight end. The last tight end. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
It's a big one. I'm putting this out there. All right. Putting this out there. Now I like Mo Alley. Well, also so Jack Doyle retired. All right.
Well, absolutely.
Well, absolutely.
Absolutely, retired.
Jack Doyle, had a nice career. He decided it's better off, and he actually commented last year that he was getting beat up, like not his butt. Well, the small, yeah. He was getting beat up. He was hurt. He had a nice career. He was only 29 years old or whatever, but that's a demanding position, right? Especially when you're Andrew Luck in your ass all the time, especially retired Andrew Luck. Anywho's, he gone.
Vicious.
All right, he gone. He's going to a beach with Andrew, retiring. Watch the other episodes of the pod. You'll know what they're going to be doing. It's anal sex. Anywho's. So, now it leaves Mo Alley Cox, who, I like Mo Alley Cox. 6'7", ex-basketball player, 260, has scored a decent amount of touchdowns. 4 touchdowns last year, 6 the year before.
Since I've known you, talking about Alley Cox all the time.
I have been.
You've always been the Alley with the Cox.
Yeah. No, thanks. I like that. Yeah, well, Cox in the alley.
Yeah. Good Joe.
Little chickens, too.
Good Joe.
Yeah. But they don't have a first-round pick this year. Now, granted, most people don't take, unless you're...
Well, they had Carson Wentz.
Right. Most people don't take first-round pick tight ends anyway. Right? Bears did it with fucking... Yeah. No. And there's not a lot of good tight ends coming out in this draft, to be honest. Like, not receiving tight ends. So right now, they have Mo Alley Cox. I'm going to tell you the guy that I'm all about. Yeah. And no one knows. And that if you're doing best ball drafts, I'm talking about deep ones, 28 rounders, this is the guy. If they don't draft a tight end, if they, not in the first 4 rounds, Kylen Granson, okay? Mark it down. I showed you his film.
Yeah.
He has his combine. He was a 4th round pick last year in the draft. His combine, his measurables.
Yeah, this is the guy that looked good.
Exactly. Yeah. Aaron Hernandez's. Okay.
He looked good. Actually,
now,
I saw his film.
Aaron Hernandez was a little bit more shifty, like his cone drill and those things were a little quicker. But they had the same 40 times, same height, same speed, same weight. Actually, Granson had a better vertical and a better broad jump. So the same player essentially.
Well, with the
combine wise.
So with the cones, see, here's the thing: is
that's the agility.
No, Hernandez. Right? Yeah, Hernandez was running away from his homosexuality. So he's super quick.
Nice. And I'm not trying to say he's Aaron Hernandez. What I'm saying is he's 80% of Aaron Hernandez from what we saw.
I remember watching
to
this guy,
SMU.
He looked good.
Mo Cox is a big body, right? Like he's a jump ball. Yes. Yeah. This guy is more 6'1.5", 245. Aaron Hernandez comp, right? Like a hybrid wide receiver.
He looked like more like a receiver.
Yes. But what we know about Frank Reich is that Frank Reich just loves the tight ends, dude. Like he loves them as much as Andrew Luck and Jack Doyle. So he gets them involved. Matt Ryan, what do we know about Matt Ryan? On-time passer, wants some athletic shit, dump the ball off. Gonna run that offense better than Carson Wentz. As much as you love Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan is a better professional quarterback at this point.
One MVP.
So, and right now they have fucking T.Y. Hilton. We don't know if he's coming back. Paris Campbell cannot stay healthy. As much as I love Paris Campbell,
Hilton is coming back because he was supposed to retire with Doyle. They're supposed to go the sunset.
Oh God, a three-way. Jesus. But they don't have weapons, man.
Pittman.
That's one. They have a real receiver.
Paris Campbell,
as much as I love Paris Campbell, never stays healthy.
That JT guy's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a running back, and they have 90 Hines. I get it.
No, I
this guy, deep. It's more of a keep an eye on. But if you're doing these best ball drafts, 27th, 28th round, fourth tight end,
what was his name again?
You, Kylan Granson.
Okay.
Watch his film.
Yeah.
I want to put this on tape early on because I feel like there's a chance that
you need to make sure you echo this in the future.
I'm going to be echoing it all the time because what I saw and what you saw, the guy runs away from people, athletic, love it.
With tight ends, it's scary though because I feel like tight ends,
it's situational as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a receiver, you're going to get more opportunity.
Right.
Even if you're the fifth receiver on a depth chart, right?
But what does he have to do to succeed at this point? Nothing. For me, it's like a watch list thing, right? Where you can put a guy on a watch list.
Well, they re-signed Mo. I'm not trying to.
Mo Cox is the guy.
Yeah.
Right. Mo Cox is slow though. He's slow.
No, I agree with you 100%.
This guy's athletic, bro.
Yeah.
And if you remember what Trey Burton did a couple times when they had him, when he was healthy, they were giving Trey Burton end rounds, and he had 2 touchdowns in the game. Remember Trey Burton had a passing touchdown?
Yeah, well, this was after Philly and after the Bears.
I'm just saying, dude, like Trey Burton is
I'm just saying I'm trying to put real perspective on Trey Burton's time there.
Frank Reich does that shit.
Sure. Because he was in Philly.
I'm telling you, this dude's better than Trey Burton. So
no, I agree with you. I agree. I
just for them to look for that, no one's gonna be talking. I promise you, no one's gonna be talking about this guy. I'm
hesitant because I believe I trust you. I believe what you're saying. But it's just difficult for me to wrap my head around like an unknown tight end to explode like that, right? But
I just said big winner. I mean,
no,
I don't know what that means.
If
he gets playing time, he's a winner, right?
I saw exactly what you saw.
Even if he's a second tight end, that's a winner because it's a guy that maybe could come in the forefront of fantasy.
So for if you put let's say we're a satellite view, like we're looking down like a big perspective. It's really on Matt Ryan being successful, right?
Yeah, the team, which we know they will. They're going to win 9 games. That's what they do, right?
You think they're going to be
Rivers? They have Carson Wentz.
You think they're going to be worse, better, or worse?
Same. Hopefully this year they beat the Jaguars and can make the playoffs, right? That's all it was last year.
So you think if Matt Ryan was there instead of?
I think the team gave up because from what we heard, they hated Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No. I'm just.
What other reason do you have to lose to the Jaguars?
I'm saying in terms of talent, if you think, I'm asking you if you think if Matt Ryan was there instead of Carson Wentz, would they have made the playoffs?
I think everything's the same, and I think they just win that last game. Because I think something happened. I don't know. It's the fucking Carson Wentz thing. And again, I like Carson Wentz too, but I don't know what it is, man. At the end of every year,
here's my thinking. I'm not trying to get in between Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan. In terms of them, I guess I have hesitation with you saying that they quit last year on them because they're literally 4 quarters away from the playoffs.
Right. I don't know what it was. How did they lose the Jags? My question.
I think they sleepwalked through it.
Yeah.
I don't think.
And they lost a couple games like that last year, so.
They faltered towards the end. They were very shitty in the beginning, and then they went on that 5 or 6 game out of 8 games. They won all those, and then a couple of Monday big wins and shit, whatever. But I'm hesitant to believe that they quit because they didn't.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't throw that word around. But.
No, it's it's worth it.
Well, it's just an easy thing to
It's
throw
worth the
around when you lose with the Jags.
It's worth the conversation
right?
for sure.
Like
what
an easy thing to throw around. Like,
what other excuse you have, right? Like either the team quit it or
it's
Carson,
like
Carson Wentz was that.
If I see you bagging a 300-pound chick, I'm like, well, he's desperate.
Well, that's why you only come
and
home
like
once
you're
a week.
like,
That's
you're
why
like,
you come
well,
home
dude,
once a week.
she's got a great personality. I'm like, in my mind, I don't know her personality. You're desperate, but for all I know, she's reading Shakespeare for you. She's telling you about the Cosmo. Like, I don't know. Maybe she gives you a great Hummer. Well, guarantee she gives you a good Hummer.
Well, actually.
Right? Yeah. Look at Neil deGrasse Tyson, man. Oh, God.
All right, so who do you have for...
We're getting running backs. Let's get running backs.
You want to do it first?
Yeah, there's 2 running backs we had, right?
Yeah, so I went with Rojo. Ronald Jones signed with the Chiefs.
I've always loved Rojo. So
yeah, I thought...
Violent runner.
I think you and I had many conversations about him last year with Fournette, like on the Bucs, like because
I was holding him in so many leagues, and he paid off a little bit.
Yeah. He's only 24 years old. Like he is not washed up at all. Oh. I think he's a talented guy. He's had multiple 100-yard games. Like
he is so much better than CEH. It's not even funny.
I mean, just the fact he's going to the Chiefs too. That's if the Chiefs decide at all to commit to the running game.
Remember some of those games that Gore guy had at the end of the year?
That's what I'm saying.
He had like 9 carries for 60 yards. Like, dude, give Ronald Jones those 9 carries.
You know what this says to me is the Chiefs are looking more towards play action. They realize that they don't have Tyreek Hill anymore, so they need more guys to come up in the box because MVS is not as a big threat to go over the top. Even though he was the only person last year to get recorded at faster speed than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But that's straight line. Either way.
No, they're changing their entire offense because you know what they realized? Is that teams were playing. That's why. Okay, so I heard a stat that Tyreek Hill's deep. It was his 20-yard down the field or whatever, like targets, was like for a 4-year average went from like 33 to 27 to like 21 to last year was like 16. So because like they were just playing like Lovie Smith defense like too deep, and so like. That's why the Chiefs have kind of stalled because like they didn't have like how many deep touchdowns did fucking Mahomes had last year, bro? Like 2.
Yeah, it's felt like the playoffs. Right?
Remember like 2 years ago when there was a time when Hill got hurt and Hardman came on.
Sure.
And Hardman had like 4 50-yard bombs in those 6 games when Hill missed. And then it was everyone, Demarcus Robinson. It was like whoever they plugged in was catching a fucking 50-yard bomb. Last year they had like 2 or 3 50-yard touchdowns or longer. Okay, pardon me. Remember the Tyreek Hill like in the playoffs where he did the.
Yeah,
I'm not counting where it's the yak. I'm talking about where Mahomes threw it 50 yards. Over the defense.
He looked incompetent when he was throwing over 40 yards
because they were never open.
That's what I'm saying.
So they're changing their strategy. They're going to be more of a.
So all right, genuinely, like I know you're a Chiefs believer. Like you
always have been.
Almost
Mahomes believer too.
I suppose it's more of a Mahomes believer than it's Chiefs believer. Like what? How do you feel? How does this affect the Chiefs? Like what?
It gives them another option.
If they were
a real option,
if they were an A rating on offense,
with Hill being gone,
yeah. Like what? Are they still an A?
It depends what they do because they still have moves to make, right?
So well, what else do you plan on them doing?
Draft. Big.
Okay, so where are they at before the draft? Right.
What
now,
if they get my guy?
What right now as they stand, prior to the draft, regardless if they get your guy or
not? They went from an A to a B.
So you agree they're an A, right? Before?
They were, yeah. Not an A plus because they were A plus 2 years ago.
I agree. Okay, yeah. And so if they get the guy that you want,
Treylon Burks, say.
Are they a B to a B plus or
A minus?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you think this rookie that they're going to draft is almost as like?
I just know they created Tyreek Hill and they can create him again.
That's where I disagree. They did not create Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill is a 5th round pick for personality reasons, but still, I'm just saying, dude. They can.
Okay, if you were to replace
Juju is solid.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Here, I think this is a good question. You're the Chiefs. You can trade Tyreek Hill for any receiver in the league. How do you replace him?
You wouldn't, because that's the only player that you want.
So, say that a rookie makes him like.
It's going to be a patchwork job, right? I know. It sucks.
No, I'm just. I'm trying to understand
It's
your
rough.
reasoning
It's
about
rough.
it. Like, you think that Mahomes is that good that he can make players?
I think Mahomes played poor last year. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he needs
yeah,
to
yeah.
get back in the gym and get back on his fucking god. You need to start working, dude.
Okay,
He hasn't
okay,
been working.
okay.
Get
but-
back and work. He hasn't been working. You
but
agree? Got a little complacent.
I don't know.
He's seeing Joey B and seeing some of the other guys, seeing Justin Herbert look better than him, dude. He ain't gonna like that. Justin Herbert looked better than him last year. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I'll say the drop off I saw in Mahomes was his receivers drop like they were.
They were dropping.
How many
his
times
footwork
did we
and-
see like a pass off the like we were playing whomever?
All I'm saying is I'm not worried about the Chiefs. We'll see what they
Really?
do. I'm not worried about the Chiefs. They're gonna be the Chiefs, dude. They're just.
I think they're
going to a
third or
different-
fourth in the division this year.
Well, that's crazy.
Like I wanted to say fourth, but I think they beat I think the Chargers are last.
Wow. Holy fuck.
I think it's I think the Raiders. I'll put it on record right now. Raiders have the best record in the NFL next year.
That's a nice little segue because my other winner I have is Josh Jacobs. And I know you're a big Josh Jacobs fan as a player. I am as well, not as much as you. I always like Mixon more than him.
Yeah.
But one of the issues with Josh Jacobs has always been game flow, right?
Yeah,
He can take on,
yeah.
even though he is I'm not gonna say a great receiver, but a competent receiver, correct?
He's capable.
Yeah, capable for sure, and great after the catch. And he's more stout, and he's nothing flashy, but they take him off the field for these Jalen Richard types, and like even when Richard's hurt, they bring in someone else. Like, just leave fucking Josh Jacobs on the field, and then his injuries. He always has toe injuries and shit. But big winner because now you have Devontae Adams. You have fucking goddamn weapons.
Yeah.
You have a better offense. Maybe they won't be losing games. If he can get 18 touches a game, Josh Jacobs RB1. Like in RB1, not the RB1.
No, I like that. I do. It's
He's kind of like old news, right? He's like one of these guys.
feels like it, right?
People think he's old. Like he's
24
not
years old, 23 years old.
Yeah, this is his fourth year.
Yeah.
So the same as he's that for me. Like Mixon last year, Josh Jacobs is that mold because all it was is that Joe Mixon just played on the worst teams of all time and had to grind out 3.3 yards a carry, and they take him off the field on third down. Like, do dumb things, right? Like when Joe Mixon's clearly a great pass catcher.
Yeah.
We saw it last year. 16 touchdowns. The playoffs, the guy can catch. He can do it all. Block. He can grind it out.
Sure.
Josh Jacobs, the same level talent.
I agree. No,
I still
like
say that I think Mixon's a little better, but we're talking 1% better. It's same player, dude.
No,
Same
but
player. Like,
you mentioned Mixon, so Mixon is probably honestly my RB1 this year.
with that
like-
offense, yeah.
Yeah.
His last good year of it's like Zeke 2 years ago, right? Like the last time he can be.
Yeah,
himself.
I feel like they realize what they have
Uh-huh.
and
Just use him up, right? That's what I'm hoping they're doing with Josh Jacobs this year. Because
Sure.
this is Josh Jacobs last year before they did the fifth-year option.
Yeah.
Just use up Josh Jacobs, right? Because
Yeah,
what are you going to do?
I'll be
Like,
surprised if we see very many teams pick up the 5th-year option.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
just
Yeah.
use him up. Like they've been saving Josh Jacobs, for what? They made the playoffs last year, tough division this year, got Devontae Adams, they're going for it.
Well, especially if
fucking
they
Josh
feel like
Jacobs,
they
let's
have an
fucking
opportunity
go,
to do
dude.
something, like why would he hold back?
Little
right?
jackrabbit, man.
I like
Let's
that.
fucking
I like
go.
that. I like that.
All right, moving on to wide receiver here. Pittman, Michael Pittman.
I like that. I like that.
We talked about the Colts a little bit with my man Granson, but with T.Y. Hilton, maybe I don't even give a shit about T.Y. Hilton, right? Like T.Y. Hilton, he's old, he's done. Like I said, I love Campbell, I'm never gonna believe in Campbell.
Success.
and now you have Matt Ryan, who is known to lock onto a dude.
Such a big
He's
receiver.
a 6'5" receiver.
I feel like he blew up last year. I'm surprised at how little. I'm surprised at yeah.
Four-man, what did you say?
Megatron.
Four-man's Megatron?
Yeah. Right?
It looked better than I said. I mean, because before
Well, he was a deep dive
before
sure.
they band-aided up Carson Wentz and stopped letting him throw the ball, Michael Pittman was like a top 7 receiver
For
last
sure.
year.
Once they started trying to,
So
once they let it all hang out, and they just said, "All right, Pittman, you're our best player."
Right.
Well, obviously Taylor, but Pittman, you're our best receiver. Like why?
early on,
just
they-
toss it up.
yeah.
Just toss it up to him.
and they stopped letting him do it.
Yeah, because they had something to lose. Before they were playing with nothing to lose. They were
Yeah,
they were
Pittman was
0-4
balling, man.
They were 0-4, and just all right, just start throwing it. Just get us back into it. So Wentz dragged them all the way back into the playoff contention. and then
Pittman was balling.
He faltered later, but no, I'm a big Pittman fan. I'm big on Pittman this year.
Like I said, I was not last year, and
I
I
didn't
was
take him
wrong.
anywhere.
Oh, you liked him more than me though, because I
Well, we talked about him. I think.
was not a fan. So
Yeah, we talked about him, and it's
it was a great wide receiver draft. And then I also have this is a tough one for us because this is the Denver receivers that are going to be on the up and up. Because as much as we love Drew Lock, they never gave him a chance to succeed, and it was coach. Part of it was coaching. Part of it was Drew Lock being inaccurate, and we'll see how that plays out now in Seattle. But with Russell Wilson, a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen, extending the play, Sutton and Judy, up and up. Finally have a chance. And we're both way more Judy guys than we are Sutton.
Yeah. I was gonna say
now I broke it down to you like this earlier. So for me, it depends where they're going. So if let's just say it settles after the draft and everything, they don't do much, and after everything the dust settles, Sutton's going wide receiver 15.
Okay.
Sorry. Judy's going wide receiver 15, or 16. Let's say it's a mid-range wide receiver 2.
Sure.
And Sutton's going right now. He's going 40.
Okay.
Let's say Sutton settles at 38. 15 for Judy or 38 for Sutton. It's a debate for me. I'd probably rather just take Sutton.
Well, all right. So for the
I
sake of
prefer Judy in a vacuum.
let me bring up this point. So for the sake of our conversation, sans Russ, let's say it was still Drew Lock, I would say Judy is a 6th or 7th round draft pick.
Yes.
So now you're talking about him being a
Third or
second,
fourth.
yeah, well,
Third or fourth.
third, fourth. round.
Yeah.
Where
42 overall. So.
I think Sutton would still be in the same area. I don't think Sutton's moved up as much. I think Judy is the
Well,
primary
if that's the case,
beneficiary.
I mean, if they're anywhere close, Judy all day. I'm saying right now, I see that Sutton's going in like the high 30s to low 40s for wide receivers, and
See, I disagree. I think I would rather have Tim Patrick than I would have Sutton.
well, Tim Patrick's gonna be going in the 50s, so
Yeah,
mean-
I would rather have someone in the 14th round. Like Tim Patrick to me is the same as
all
Sutton.
right. Well, Cortland Sutton is I guess okay. Let's talk about Judy for a second because we both love Judy.
Okay.
We think he's honestly in my mind, Jerry Judy is Devontae Adams. That's a very big statement, but talent wise,
I love Judy.
Judy is actually more athletic. Obviously,
He's
Devontae Adams
a
is-
natural to me. He's a blue
Yes.
chip.
Yes.
to
Now
me.
he hasn't quite figured out the position like Devontae Adams did, but if you remember right, Devontae Adams took 3 years to figure out the position too.
Sure.
And Devontae Adams
And that
actually had
used to be
less-
the norm.
Yes, that is.
You have
the
to
norm,
wait
yeah.
3 years, and then the receiver develops.
And Devontae Adams did not have the pedigree that Jerry Judy had. Devontae Adams, I believe, was like a 48th overall pick. Judy was a top 16 pick. Similar body styles. Judy's actually bigger, faster.
Really?
Yeah. I think Judy's 6'3".
Oh, shit.
I think
Okay.
Adams about 6'2". Whatever. I mean, we're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Similar in everything, right? Like, and Judy. The only question with Judy is the drops. But you know what the biggest question with Devontae Adams was early on? The drops.
Yeah, to me, like
And Adams' hands are never. That's never the reason. Like Adams is not Hopkins, right? Hopkins has fucking goddamn claws.
yeah,
He's Kawhi Leonard out there.
Yeah.
Adams just wins with his feet, right? Like he destroys you on the line, and then that's either just wide open. And you have Aaron
Okay, I
Rodgers
see what you're
passing,
saying.
right? Like, not saying that Adams has bad hands. They're just
Well,
they're B pluses. Right?
no. What I have issue with is Judy has bad hands. I didn't. Is that a
Yeah, Adams
reputation?
had bad hands too, though.
But Judy has bad. Like he has a reputation for it.
Not bad, but not as good as they should be. Yeah, he drops.
Really,
His
Okay.
rookie year, especially. But I mean, obviously the game was too fast for him. But
Oh, okay. I do.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
yeah, a lot of drops.
Yeah, that's okay.
Same with Devontae Adams. And last year, not as much. He just didn't get open as much and didn't have the quarterback. And he got hurt. I mean, he came out gangbusters the first game.
Yeah, with me.
Right.
So when I think of Judy, like his
The biggest
reputation for having
question is
bad
the
hands,
hands,
it was. It's
Saying
not.
it's not anything else. The hands are a bigger question than anything else. The quarterback play was the question. I mean,
No, to me, in the back half, like after Judy came back from his injury, was his desire. I felt like they.
you get rotating quarterbacks, losing teams.
I mean, Judy didn't score a single touchdown last year.
Yeah, crazy.
So, I guess if we're talking upside, like in terms of stats, it has to be Judy because even Sutton scored a few.
Right. Yeah, and again, like we're gonna see how it plays out, but like Jerry Judy is a baller, and
I like Judy a lot this year.
It's an aggressive pick. It's one of those. But the thing is, I'm going down picking aggressive because guess what? I will find the Braxton Berrioses of the fucking world. Roar!
All right, so yeah, you will.
Right? I don't give a shit.
Won you a championship. Yeah,
I will just fucking stream Braxton Berrios.
All right, so let me ask you this: where are you comfortable taking Jerry Judy? What round?
4th.
Early, late? It doesn't matter. 4th round, like that.
Yeah.
If you can find it in the 4th, you're happy. What
Depends on my
what
team
about
construction.
Sutton?
7th.
Tim Patrick.
Not gonna be drafted.
No. Okay. All right.
No, because I want handcuff in that range. I'm taking handcuff running backs. You know how I roll, dude.
Sure.
That's part of my demise, but
Yeah, Sutton in the 7th is just blasphemy to me.
too high.
Yeah. He's
Right.
to me he's. I'm probably not putting enough credit to how much
84th
Russ.
overall, bro.
Well, I'm just saying I'm not putting enough credit to how much Russ will improve him. I feel like Sutton's washed. I feel
And
like he's-
real quick for running backs, we didn't mention this. We can't mention it because we don't know what's going on with Melvin Gordon. But if Melvin Gordon leaves,
he's not. He's resigning.
well,
He's resigning.
you know what? If he resigns, I actually like Javonte Williams more because if he so
I'm here.
if Melvin Gordon leaves, Javonte Williams becomes like a 2nd round pick, like high 2nd round pick, which as much as I love Javonte Williams, it's a little bit
He's
rich.
already flirting with it. Yeah.
So, but if Melvin Gordon comes back, I might be able to get Javonte Williams in the 4th round, 5th round.
Sure.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's
I like what you. Yeah, I like
He's a way better player than Melvin Gordon.
No, I like.
at this stage of their career.
I like where you're going
so,
with that.
like,
But
I feel like the value is better, and
I will guarantee he's coming back because the Broncos are and win now and getting all pro.
getting
all pro.
fucking
Getting all
punch.
pro. Why not?
The thing is, they both could be values because then if it's a 4th, 5th round pick for Williams, you're looking at 8th, 9th round for fucking Gordon.
All I'm saying is Melvin
Right.
Gordon's probably 5 years younger than us.
He's a lot younger. He's like 26.
He's like 28,
Yeah,
like-
27, 28. Yeah. He's younger.
We'll call him 28, so he's not washed
good
yet.
No.
And he's already had like near 100-yard, like 100 reception. Like
He's a good player.
he's not like with Russ. Like
I like Melvin Gordon. I
I
just like
think- I think
Javonte
for-
Williams a lot more. I mean,
if I were to draft Javonte Williams, I would hope that they don't re-sign Melvin Gordon. But the fact that they are, it's
right.
it's difficult for me to say that Javonte Williams is the beneficiary there.
Right. All right. Allen Robinson,
Oh,
another winner.
yeah.
And actually, the reason he's a winner for me is that he was such a loser last year, which makes him a winner because everyone's going to be so off Allen Robinson because if you drafted him last year, he pretty much Will Smith you. I mean, he
I'm
pissed in your
telling you,
face.
he's still going in the 3rd or 4th round, bro.
Oh.
Because OBJ's gone,
Give
Robert
a
Woods
shit.
is
What do you
gone.
mean? What?
Well, it's him and Cooper Kupp now.
Yeah, I get it.
It's just yeah. I'll show you.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, he's
Are you
going.
judging this all off one draft though? Because you could be playing with morons.
I'm also watching
Right.
fantasy
Okay, well,
footballers.
then maybe
like, they
can
said
I
he-
not have him as a winner then? Because
the
Jesus
fact that they
Christ.
said he's not going to the like past the 4th round.
Oh, well then all right. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Because we saw what happened with Robert Woods last year.
I agree. I like where your mind's at because I'm the same with you. Like,
I thought people would just be like puking in their mouth.
no, I mean it's
Fuck.
probably the $50 million a year.
I get that, but they still have Tyler Higbee and they still have Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson?
Yeah, OBJ's gone. Robert Woods is gone.
For how long? OBJ might be back by week 12. I know it's. I'm just saying, like, to have a 3rd round pick. Ugh, gross, dude. Like Jerry Judy or Allen Robinson.
Is
that even a question?
I am with you 100%. I love Allen
Why
Robinson.
the fuck is he on my win list then?
Because you're right. Because
I thought he'd be like a
if he
5th
was
round
if he
pick.
stayed on the Bears, he'd be a 12th round pick or 8th round pick.
I was thinking he'd be like and I have done some ADP stuff. I thought he'd be like a 6th, 7th round pick.
Well, my point is he jumped. The fact that he went to the Rams, he jumped 4 rounds, 3 rounds.
All right, let's skip Allen Robinson then. Darnell Mooney.
Let me get my guy here.
Oh, what do you got? Who you got?
Robert Woods.
Ooh.
Tennessee Titans. I mean, Brown, stud, hurt all the time. Tannehill, accurate quarterback. Robert Woods, across the middle type guy. Like, I would expect Robert Woods to perform the way people expected Julio Jones to perform last year. Like the way when
actually play.
Exactly. So once the Titans had traded for Julio, they expected these big grand numbers, right? I think Robert Woods actually produces those numbers, right?
Remember the couple big games that Nick Westbrook and Heaney?
On the Jags, right?
No, on Titans.
Oh yeah,
Nick Westbrook and Heaney.
yeah.
And we had a couple big games.
Yeah, Ben had them.
Now here's the crazy thing about Robert Woods. Remember how like pumped up and how like consistent, and remember how Brian Wright. Sorry, Brian, I'm trying. Shout out Brian Wright. He took him over Cooper Kupp last year, as a lot of people did, right?
Yeah. Well, I remember we gave him some shit.
Oh, we did. So. But you know that Robert Woods has only 2 years over 1,000 yards receiving. That's great. You'd think he'd have more.
He's a pro to me.
He is. And the nice thing about Robert Woods, if you remember from a couple years of the Rams at the end, he was getting a lot of rushing yards, like 160 and like 2 touchdowns rushing, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's just an extra fucking 32 fantasy points.
Sure.
But no, I was looking at his numbers actually, and they weren't as impressive as I thought they'd be. But he's a fucking pro, right?
So here's what I like about it is, what are the Titans trying to do? They're trying to find someone opposite of
that's reliable.
So they
Robert Woods stays.
They went out
right?
and traded. Well, not so much.
So they got a great deal. I don't know why other teams didn't do that deal, because that's a great
Packers.
Deal. Was it a 5th round pick?
6, I think.
Dude,
6,
what the fuck?
It doesn't matter, 5th or 6th. Yeah.
Question right now.
Give it.
Allen Robinson, Robert Woods. It's tough, right? I almost take Robert Woods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
PPR, Robert Woods.
I'm not talking about fantasy, just for real life. Like, Allen Robinson's a little more of a game breaker, like a little bit more downfield, even though he's not fast anymore, where he's a little more of a playmaker. It's close, is what I'm saying. So why the fuck did they only get a 6th round pick for Robert Woods? Like, how many other teams could have made that trade?
Off ACL.
I get it. I get it. 30 years old. I get
it. Yeah.
So was Allen Robinson. He had an ACL like 4 years ago. I don't know.
All right. So if I'm the Rams, like Cooper Kupp is the quintessential possession receiver, right? Like you're gonna,
he's a do it all.
11 completions through him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Robinson is more of a big catch guy,
right?
Like
Woods and Kupp are similar players, and you don't want those.
I think with Robinson you replace Woods and OBJ. Like,
right.
I think with Woods you're replacing what you would hope Julio would do over the middle, right? Like Woods is, I don't know. It's
why didn't other teams though? I'm asking why didn't other teams a 5th or 6th round pick?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's
for instance, all right. How about this? So the Bills, for instance, they got rid of Cole Beasley, and we both like their Jamison Crowder. I like that pickup.
Yeah, I keep forgetting they fucking signed Crowder.
Why didn't they just pick up? Why didn't they just trade for fucking Robert Woods?
Because they could sign Crowder for a fucking fraction.
Yeah.
Crowder's.
Maybe that wasn't the best example.
I understand what you're saying. Like the Packers,
Packers, because they have Rondell Moore.
Well, I would be okay with with Robert Woods. But the Rams aren't going to trade Robert Woods in division.
I see what you're saying. That whole thing where they.
But that's one example. But to your point, like I could see Robert Woods killing it on the Chiefs. I could see him killing it on the. But he's also always a liability, and
we both know he's a good player.
I agree.
Steady and like a.
He's on my list.
Player, yeah. All right, give me your Rondell Moore take, because I know you need to get to him. And
I don't even have him on here. So I mean, it's I don't know. It's pretty.
He
simple.
is your biggest winner, is he not?
No. I don't.
Because Christian Kirk's gone.
Well, all right. So
come on.
I think he's a winner in general, not the biggest winner.
This guy doesn't watch porn anymore. He only watches Rondell Moore Purdue highlights.
No.
Freshman year only. He likes the young. He only likes the young Rondell Moore.
No,
come on. Rondell Moore's your big winner, right? You called him Tyreek Hill.
I said he has the potential to be.
Well, that's calling someone Tyreek Hill, right?
All right, so
that's like seeing this chick take an awesome dick up the ass and being like, "That's Jenna Jameson."
All right, so
right?
So,
see how she takes that? Like, no fucking. She make a face.
Well, all right. So let me. So it's a combination. Obviously, Edmonds is gone. Kirk's gone, and two guys I really liked. I think they're very valuable. I mean, I'll be honest. Watching those highlights of his freshman year at Purdue, it's
no routes, but
the potential's there.
The athletic potential is definitely there. I mean, bro, you manufacture touches for that guy, right? And like, here's the thing: Deebo Samuel set the mold for what you want to do with your playmakers. And you know what they do? They get him the fucking ball. If it happens to be in the backfield, it happens to be on wide receiver screens, it happens to be on end arounds, they set the mold. And Rondell Moore is not a guy that needs 9 targets a game. He needs 4 carries, he needs 2 screen passes, and maybe 4 targets downfield. You know what that equals? 8 touches. You know what that equals? 78 yards.
Yeah.
Give a punt return, like...
I'm with you. I mean, he had 50 catches last year. I mean, it's not...
Christian Kirk's gone. I don't know why I'm defending this fucking goddamn...
No, I know.
Pick,
I'm just...
Because I'll start stealing them from you. I don't give a shit.
Well, you won't be able to. I believe... I need... There's a missing piece for me. Like, it's...
Well, the draft will tell a lot, but I don't think they're drafting wide receiver. They just lost Chandler Jones. They're going to draft some defense.
Chandler Jones wasn't a factor. I mean...
What do you mean? The first game he had like 4 fucking scrotums, dude.
Yeah, against Tennessee.
I don't give a shit. Tennessee was a playoff team. The fuck out of here.
Not for the first 5 weeks.
I don't give a shit. 4 scrotums are 4 scrotums. If you're just tuning in, scrotums are sacks.
It's 5 sacks. Yeah, he was...
Did I just make that a rule in the pod now? Can we just start calling sacks scrotums?
All right, so... No, I know.
You really has.
I'm committed to Rondell Moore. I've invested in his car, everything. Like I'm committed to him. I need to see something else right now. Like I was more committed 5 hours ago.
It sounds like I'm more committed to Kylan Granson than you are Rondell Moore. Is it because he's my grandson?
No, you're asking me to say that he's the biggest winner. Like, I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah, because he's
because I think AJ Green's still going to be.
I
don't. And D Hop is still there. Like if he stays healthy.
An air raid offense, 3 receivers, baby.
No, I love Rondell's opportunity. It's without Chase, without Kirk. Like Kirk started playing slot.
You're disappointed me right now.
No, he was outside. So Kirk was outside for his first 3 years, and then they decided to move him to the slot once AJ Green came in. I need to see it from Rondell first. I legit do. So.
Wow, you really surprised me.
Well, you surprised me by saying that was one of my guys, which wasn't. I said that.
Well, I didn't say it's necessarily one of your. It's just one of your guys.
I wanted to put him in this
list. And I had to talk about him.
No, I wanted to put him in this list, but I couldn't. I couldn't. So
real quick, Darnell Mooney, along the lines of the Allen Robinson thing, there's no one else there. So the Bears are going to be fucking awful. And I'm telling you, Justin Fields needs to take a step forward. We both believe in Justin Fields' arm talent. Now, what can they put around him in terms of like scheme matters? And they're going to be drafting someone, but they don't really have a lot of draft capital. So I'm hoping they get some type of real receiver alongside of Darnell Mooney, because Darnell Mooney is not a number 1. He's a pipsqueak, and he's a tough player. But
I've seen AB rumors.
Oh, I just you think he's gonna fucking deal with that? The cold of Chicago? Like, no, dude. Like,
I love the idea of it.
Justin Fields missing him fucking 10 feet high on a fucking slant. Like, he gone, bro. First time he's walking off the field.
So you don't have any faith?
Instead of taking a shirt off,
you have any faith in Justin?
No, I do. I'm saying it's a work in progress. And this time, instead of AB taking his shirt off and walking off, he was gonna take his pants off and go full fucking dong, like what's the Sunny movie? The where the guy drops full dong, the Thunder Gun Express. He's gonna pull full Thunder Gun and just drop dong like on Soldier Field.
That's the movie
like,
they love watching, right?
Yeah, right. Because the guy drops, he drops dong.
This is a bad.
Yeah. So Darnell Mooney though, like he showed a lot of competitiveness. I like him, almost like a poor man DJ Moore.
What I liked about, I think we talked about this a little bit last year. Who was I watching? There was a podcast with a top tier defensive back, and
Talking about
Ramsey. Yeah, they gave a nickname to Mooney back like 2 years ago when he was still with, like when he was a rookie.
No shit.
Yeah, they call him D Moon or something. Like it's like, oh, that like who was it?
Anytime you got a nickname, I mean,
Well, it was like it was an elite cornerback on a podcast talking about Mooney.
wow.
So this was before last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. You got any other names? I have one.
No, so I just want I want to highlight mine real quick, and then you can
Yeah.
wrap up yours. I got Tua, my quarterback, dark horse MVP candidate maybe. Rojo, Ronald Jones, my running back for the Chiefs. Robert Woods is my receiver, and I got Hayden Hurst, Bengals tight end. Those are the guys
And some of these are combined in mine.
Yeah.
We both had Derek Carr,
Tua. That's right. Yeah.
Ronald Jones as a running back, and
Okay.
I had Josh Jacobs.
That's right.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
We both had Pittman, and then we had the Judy Sutton debate, which we both love Judy.
Yeah.
Allen Robinson, we were. It was tough to talk about because apparently he's going way higher than we wanted him to go.
Yeah. Because I agree with you.
scratch
I
that.
thought he would be like a 6th or 7th round.
Right.
He's like a 3rd or 4th.
We touched on Mooney. For tight ends, we both had David Njoku, who
Yeah.
we'd love. Depending on what happens with Deshaun Watson, but even without Deshaun Watson, if we
I'm a Browns guy.
if we have Brissett, I don't give a shit. Give it Njoku. And then for me, it was the Mo Cox, Kylan Granson. For me, Kylan Granson,
I like the
highlight,
Granson.
highlight, baby.
I like that, yeah.
And then one last name I want to talk about. These are two names here. Is Alan Lazard and Juju.
Okay. Oh,
so
Juju.
Depending on what the Chiefs are going to do something. I believe the Chiefs. I showed you the clips of the guy from Arkansas, Traylon Burks. I feel like it's a perfect fit for the Chiefs. A big body, deep threat, right? Almost a poor man's deep. Yeah.
I'll be surprised if they don't draft defense in the first 3 rounds.
They need a playmaker. Okay, so either way, Juju is going to have a role, and he's a bounce back guy.
Well, I like Juju for that.
He's
reason.
old news, right? For some reason,
Feels
he was
like it.
25.
Yeah.
And then Alan Lazard, again, same situation where like he's going to be involved either way because right now he is the number one. So even if they do draft a guy, like I kind of like Lazard over the rookie because Aaron Rodgers is a rapport guy, and he does have a rapport with Lazard, and he has no rapport with anyone else. Robert Tonyan's off an ACL, right? Like Amari Rodgers is a rookie. Randall Cobb's fucking 42.
I feel like AB's going to the Packers. Yes.
Yeah, either way. Alan Lazard, like, not a sexy name.
I like it.
But
he's the guy. He's the only guy.
Lazard and Juju, to me, are like those like non-sexy players that if you need a wide receiver 3, all depending on what they do in the draft and who else is available. But at this point, like if nothing happens, like, oh man, I like those guys.
Sure.
Safe, not sexy. Kind of like the Robert Woods, where you just pencil him in for 86 catches and 994 yards and 6 touchdowns, and you're happy with a wide receiver 3.
Sure.
But those are some of the fantasy winners from free agency we've had so far. There's gonna be more.
At least what we perceive right now, right?
You had some hot takes there. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And I had again Kylan Granson.
I liked a few of your picks. Yeah.
That's big time. So Rob squared, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.